Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I've got an idea for my Dollar Tree Christmas house, kind of like a giant die cut made out of wood. So come on along. Well, right now I am sitting here, well, besides making a mess, painting it brown and white, because eventually I want it to look like a gingerbread house. So I want to decorate it with some brightly colored candies and some white icing. But if you notice something strange, I had Mr. Possum cut this side nice and straight and even, and I left this side a shape with the snow hanging off the roof, because I have an idea to turn this into a gingerbread house journal for Christmas. So this is going to take me a while, so I'll probably turn the camera on and off and show you the different stages of development. So I'm going to paint this again, like I said, brown. This is just the first coat, and I'll probably leave these spaces white. I've got a little bit of white paint on there already. And then I will probably cut a piece of cardboard for the back, maybe in the same shape as the house, but the paper, I don't know, maybe I'll make the paper shape too, but not maybe this overhang, but maybe just like that. Or maybe I won't do the overhang on the back too. Maybe I just leave that on the front. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, so this is my plan. I don't have any candy to decorate this with yet, but I figure that's something I can always do later. And again, like I said, this is a $1 DIY project from the Dollar Tree. And I've been watching Wanda at A Day in My World and all the other fine crafters doing their gingerbread collab. And it gave me an idea to paint this house like a gingerbread house. But oh, and I am using the $1 Rich Art Premium Acrylic Paint to paint it with. I don't know what kind of paint you get for $1 that's premium, but we shall see. I got some ideas for the snow, and I did stop at Walmart. I forgot to haul this, but I did go into Walmart and I got some puffy white 3D paint for the icing. So I think that's going to look really nice. But we shall see, we shall see. Now, you know I'm not much of the DIY person, but I figure that I can somehow make this into a journal cover. Oh no, that means more sewing. But that's okay, that's okay. Getting into the practice of it now. Now there's 2 Christmas trees here, but since this is gingerbread, I'm painting over everything and then I'll decorate on top. Now I'm trying to think what I can do with those, unless I find some little 3-dimensional ones somehow. And maybe a little wreath over here by the door. So I'll probably get more ideas as I go along. I just like to start something, because once you start it, then, you know, you can just get your ideas as you go along. Well, maybe some people plan everything out ahead of time, but sometimes that just stops me from starting, okay? Stops me from starting if I have to plan out every detail ahead of time, when I can just have a general idea, and then as I work I get more ideas. So you can see the wood is absorbing this first layer. So I will be giving it more layers. Make it nice and toasty brown for the gingerbread. Now, if you don't want to make a journal, if you're not a journal person, I guess you can just paint it like a gingerbread house and leave it as a decoration. But I thought this was going to be a really cool Christmas journal. And I know I have a giant monster Christmas in July journal that I said I was going to journal in, and I will in December. But now I'll have 2 Christmas journals, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, this month I'm journaling in 4 journals, I think. I've got my trashy, got my Fall Cosmic Smash book, and I've got my Halloween journal, and I've got my gnome journal. So I'll have 2 Christmas ones. And I did start quite a while ago a winter journal. And I was thinking of, since I've been practicing my sewing in the signatures, that maybe I will put that together. I think I've already done some pages in it. And get that ready for January. So I'll have lots and lots of journals to journal with. All right, let's see. Do I want to put on a little bit more white? Probably, because I took out a big blob of white paint. And you know, this acrylic paint doesn't stay very long. I should put it in a baggie. I can go get a baggie, I guess. Keep it from drying out a little bit. Now this is also cheap white acrylic, so it doesn't have really good coverage. But I think it's okay for this kind of a project. I mean, I don't think you'd use it to paint a painting to put in an art gallery, but for a little whoops, I knew that was going to happen. For a little DIY, why not? I should have let the brown dry a little bit, but because I already took out the white, I'm thinking I should use it. I'll just try to be careful here and not get too much brown on the white. Okay, I'm going to finish this up because you can see what I'm doing, and then I will bring you along for the next part in just a sec. Okay, it's been like 3 days since the first part of this video, and what I've done was give this house 3 coats of this Dollar Tree brown acrylic paint. So it was nice and solid color. And then I decided, too boring. So I messed it up with some lighter colors and some darker colors, so it's not all the same, just solid brown across. And then I took some of this resin sand Liquitex. Now this is an acrylic medium that's been in the closet for years, but luckily I hadn't opened it yet, so it was still good shape. And I think I got this on the clearance shelf, probably at like an AC Moore, because these acrylic mediums could be expensive, but I know I got this on sale on clearance and just put it in stock. Well, anyway, so I took that and I put some texture on the snow on the roof and under the windows, so you can see that texture, I think. I have good lighting today. There we go. You can see it right there and across the top. And then I took my extreme glitter Mod Podge and made the snow sparkly. I'm thinking about putting a little bit of gloss over the house and maybe some more glitter on the snow, and then put this aside to dry. This is going to be the cover of the journal. And I cut out a back from cardboard, but because this is so thick, because it's wood, plywood I guess, or balsa wood, I'm thinking about doubling it up. So I might cut another one of these, glue them together, and then decorate it with something. And I worked on the pages. So this is the cover. Oh, this is the spine. Like a 2-inch spine, I guess. 2 inches. I think I made it 2 inches. There's a little ruler right here. Yeah, 2 inches. All right, so, and this will be the cover. Oh, and I'm looking for some little tiny, maybe peppermint candies or something. I'm going to have to check around and see what I can find. But it's kind of got like a string of lights across here and up around there. So maybe I can find a little set of faux colorful lights to put on there. If not, I'm just going to put some peppermint candies and maybe a couple of candy canes on here. Something to decorate it anyway, because the theme is these peppermint candies, so I'd love to find some of those. Or you know what, I could take some of this paper and just cut these out and glue them on. That would be fine. It's just a journal cover. And then when you open it up, I have 2 signatures. And because the size of this, let me get the bigger ruler. You know, this is like 8 1/4. So I made the paper like 7 inches. So if you take a 12 by 12 sheet and fold it in half, you're only going to get 6 inches, and I wanted it a little bigger than that. So what I did was take 2 pieces of paper that are 5 by 7, and then I took the little strip that I cut off the end there, and I just glued them together. So these are all 5 by 7. I'm going to start off with the candy because that's my theme. And like I said, maybe I'll just go ahead and put some of those on here. That might be fine. And then I cut up some of my Christmas paper. I love the one with the brown craft look on it and the sweater. And there's that brown crafty look and some snow. This one's in upside down because this is the pickup truck. And then the center of each signature, I made one big page with like a center spread. This one's Let It Snow. And again, these are put together with a strip of paper in the middle. I need to trim that little piece right there. This one looks like it needs to be trimmed right there too. I didn't want to make them all this shape because I wasn't sure I wanted to journal on a page this shape. So I just do a couple of those, but mostly these rectangle shapes. And I only made it 7 inches so that I have a little room to put, you know, lace and different materials on the edge or whatever, tabs. So I left a little room there. And the second one is almost the same. I got a different red stripe there. I got a poinsettia in this one instead of the truck. But again with the brown craft in the background, and I did a lot of red and white. And I did one vintage Santa. And then in the center of this one is these snow people, a girl and a boy. And he's holding mistletoe, so I put the mistletoe paper across from that one. So, you know, I'll be doing a lot to these. You know, I'm not going to decorate them ahead of time because I'll be journaling in here, and I like to decorate the pages while I'm journaling. So these are going to get sewn in like this. I thought that was kind of cute. But first, I have to cut another one of these and put it together. And then I have to attach the spine. But I'm not going to do that until I give this another coat. So what I'm going to do is just give the snow a little more sparkle and see how this Mod Podge gloss looks on here. And then that'll take a while to dry. Probably I'll leave that overnight to dry. And in the meantime, I'll be working on these Dollar Tree cutouts, which I also painted brown. And I'm going to decorate these with some white puffy paint that I got at the Walmart so that they look like little gingerbread cutouts. And that's the plan. So stay tuned for part 2 because I'm sure this is going to take me a few more days to do. I just work on it a little bit every day. But these all have 3 coats of paint. So that is done. They're ready to get decorated. And I'm going to be working on this, and then I'll come back and show you how this came out and how the back cover came out, and maybe I'll even have it sewn in. So thanks for coming along today, and happy Christmas journaling, and please stay tuned for part 2. Bye bye now.